Hello, welcome to Jarathiel Starseed Intuition. I'm your host, Jarathiel, and today I have a special guest from my first podcast, a special treat. I have with me James, a very knowledgeable brother. Read many different books. We have both presented at conferences. He has presented at conferences. I have my own
Electric Blue Island train number 241 to Blue Island is arriving in approximately 4 minutes.
I have my own background in education.
Electric Blue Island train number 241 to Blue Island is arriving in approximately 4 minutes.
I have my own background in education, sorcery, magic, shamanism, things of that nature. Specifically shaman, that is the path that I'm approaching. Although that doesn't limit me, it just means that I'm a shaman of a tribe. Meaning that, a shaman, a sorcerer, forms of witches even they were people that have watched the creation or were part of the creation of the planet in which we dwell upon. And yes, I am bringing some alcohol into this aspect because it is part of ancestral offerings or offerings to certain deities, ancestors, fays, things of like. And I don't have to finish drinking this beer, but I will because I like beer. And I'm not going to waste this. Even though it wouldn't be wasting if I would give it to the ancestors, but I'm getting the vibe here. So James, tell us a little bit about your background dealing with the occult and whatnot.
Well, my background is I am an African spiritualist. I have studied Kemetic spirituality.
Perhaps a little louder.
Yeah, I have studied Ifa, and I am a high priest of Vodou. Not because I paid for it, but because I was chosen by blood lineage. It is in my ancestors' blood, so you are what your ancestors choose you to be.
So what do you think about paying for, to be a high priest? What is your viewpoint on that? About paying for shit, paying for stuff?
Well, I mean, a person can do it.
Mm-hmm.
People have done it.
I'm not opposed to it, but I feel like you're getting at some sort of a corruption, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I mean, I do feel that some people can do it, and it can be considered legitimate. But today, there are, unfortunately, a lot of people in the so-called Black conscious community. They seem to be more interested in getting money out of the client. Instead of giving out priesthoods and priestesshoods. I'm not saying don't pay to be a priest or a priestess, but it's so much better when you are of the lineage, because then you don't have to pay anything.
One time I came across a Santeria thing. I was watching YouTube about it, but it was a legit Babalawo of Santeria. He said that the white people would come, and there were more white people than there were Latinos or Latinas and black folks, which the Santerian deities are black.
Yes.
However, he said, they would come and pay $5,000 to $10,000. However, that would be, and I'm not an initiate into Santeria, but however, I'm just mentioning that.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, but however, like you would have to pay the people that would dress up in the ancestral gear. You gotta pay for the costumes. You gotta pay for the ritual, like the music and even the food and stuff. So they would pay for that.
Electric Blue Island train number 241 to Blue Island is now arriving.
Have to edit all that
Please
shit.
step behind the yellow line.
But they would have to pay for all that. And here we go to
Electric Blue Island
Crossroads.
train number 241 to Blue Island is now arriving.
We go to
Please
Crossroads
step
talking
behind the
about
yellow
that.
line.
Yes.
My cigar now. Now I want my cigar. But yeah, they pay for that. I mean, you know, so that's. I feel like that's a bit extensive and. I would. I paid for some certain things, but not. I say the things I pay for the most is dealing with Kimbata, things of Kimbata.
Yeah.
I practice certain things of Kimbata, but I'm not I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a Kimbatan initiate, but I do practice things of that nature because I learned certain things from a Kimbatan Babalawo.
Yes.
Terrain Hicks, which you're familiar with him.
Yes.
Fairy dust, for instance, I paid, that's about $250.
Yes.
But nothing, I just don't see myself at the moment paying for something that's about $5,000. That's possible, but that means if I'm paying that means I'm like gonna probably travel to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Even learn how to make fairy dust.
Yes.
Because I don't know how to make it. I'm initiated to the Fey world, but I don't know how to make fairy dust. That's for someone that is of a that Kimbatan Babalawo stature.
Yes.
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 Very specific. The Fey left that recipe to them.
Yes.
I'm gonna pause this.
Okay.
Sorry about that. We're back. So, what is your take on the Santeria paying for that? What's your experience? What's your take?
Well, I never really got initiated into all the way into Santeria, but I experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that even though it may be necessary to pay money for certain things,
mm-hmm.
I do feel there's some people in the Santeria community that are using that to make people pay $5,000, $6,000. I've had some Santeria people tell me that that's not really necessary to do certain rituals.
More of an elaborate thing, right?
Yes. Now, if you just have the money and you want to go to Cuba and do all that, that's on you. But you got people here in the United States doing that. That's not really right.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy I was talking about was actually in Cuba. He was there.
Yeah.
Or Mexico, one of them, I forgot.
Right. And you got to take into consideration that, you do have a lot of people who wouldn't be able to afford that. You have to be considerate of them if you're going to make them pay.
I mean, honestly speaking, most of those people he was talking about were white.
Right.
White people do have a lot of money, usually.
Usually. Yeah.
That's a stereotype, but I'm going to stick
but
with it.
There's a lot of truth to it.
Yeah, they're not even of that bloodline.
That's true.
So yeah, to experience this authentic, powerful shit, you're going to pay.
Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that. They should pay, and they're not going to even get all the knowledge anyway.
Right.
Just the outer mysteries of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to pay, that's on them. I just don't like it when they do it to black people.
Rightfully so.
Yes.
Man, this shit not hitting all that right. I'm not happy about it. Okay. So, Santeria ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that the more we embrace that, the more we decolonize our minds,
mm-hmm.
right? Decolonize our consciousness.
Yes.
Which is important for self-liberation, and it is important for the liberation of young people, specifically for the people of the United States, for the so-called black people of the United States of America.
Yes.
But hell, for anyone across the world that has experienced the African slave trade,
yes,
even the indigenous slave trade.
Absolutely. Yes.
So with that being said, we go to the Greek astrology, the Cancer, and even Solomon came across those daemons.
Yes.
in the text of Solomon, the story of Solomon. Now, this is the esoteric story of Solomon I'm speaking about.
Yes.
But he fought those demons of Goatia, and a large portion of those were 3 demons of the zodiac calendar.
Yes.
So how can we decolonize our mind as far as that, in your experience with the specifically the Temple of Dendera?
Okay, well, the Temple of Dendera was a very important place. It was sacred and it was dedicated to the goddess Hathor, who was also known as Heteru in the original Kemetic language. But the astrological signs was considered to be a way to unlock to understanding oneself, but not just that, help you to unlock the key to a higher consciousness. So it's like when people look at astrology, I don't think they look at it deep enough. They just see it as, oh, this is my characteristics, but it's also telling you about who you are on a spiritual level and how you relate to certain deities.
Right. There's a whole chart to it, right?
Yes.
You got a whole birth chart.
Yes.
And then it even gets deeper than your own birth chart.
That's right.
Because each you're gonna have a birth chart, and each sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, your sun sign, all the other your Mars, your Venus, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then plus you got all of these different cross constellations. I'm not huge into astrology, but I do know you got the birth chart, and there's a whole bunch of other shit that goes into play with that.
Yes.
And to my knowledge, the best way for the Greek astrology to get into that is you have to buy a book, or you have to study it, you have to read a book about it.
That's true.
Where is the Temple of Dendera? Where did that originate? Before we spoke about, as you have told me, the Temple of Dendera, that astrology is dealing with the Kemetan gods, Anubis, Isis, and the like.
Yes. Where
did that necessarily originate?
Well, the astrology is tied to the Kemetic deities. Like, you can't really separate the Kemetic deities from the astrology because each astrological sign is connected to a different deity. Like, for example, if I remember correctly, Cancer is connected to Anubis.
I'm a Cancer.
Yes.
He's singling me out.
Yeah.
He singled me the fuck out, y'all.
But in a good way, because Anubis is supposed to be a protector of the underworld.
Yes. I'm definitely a protector of the underworld.
Absolutely.
Because there are times where I don't play no motherfucking games. I don't play none of that shit. But it's likewise because you're more so connected with Bawan Samedi,
yes,
who is also Anubis.
Yes, that's true.
So expound a bit more of those knowledges. Where do you fall under that zodiac or of the Temple of Dendera?
Well, I mean, I'm an Aquarius, but coming from the voodoo perspective, I am very connected to the Barons, the Gede, deities of death, rebirth, of the cemetery sexuality. So I would fall under Anubis, actually.
So Aquarius would be so Aquarius would be Anubis in the Temple of Dendera?
Well, in my specific case, it would be. I do believe there's another deity connected to Aquarius. But just speaking from my personal case, it would definitely be Anubis, yes.
Right, specific.
Yes.
So, to my comprehension, the first time I learned about the Temple of Dendera was when I watched an excerpt from Bobby Hemmett. It's a very mysterious, super esoteric, super occultic energy, to the point to where, as he also mentioned, and you have mentioned, when you print that out or when you have that sitting upon your wall, Bobby Hemmett just printed out a piece of paper and he had it on his wall and some shit caught on fire.
Yeah.
because you have to ground these energies. You have
Yes,
to.
you do.
That is a legitimate energy that you have to focus upon. You have to know what the fuck you're doing. You gotta
Yes.
ground that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You know, I'm having Bavarians just with a moment of silence for it. You know,
Yes.
just on its mention.
Yes.
So how did you work with this energy specifically?
Well, I had a poster that I had bought from a Kemetic teacher named Master Naba.
Master Naba?
Yes. And
Try
it
to
had.
speak a little louder because I don't even know if the camera can,
Oh, okay.
if the microphone can pick up on you.
Okay. Yeah, I had a poster that I bought from Master Naba. He was a Kemetic teacher. And it had all of the chart, it had all of the astrological signs, and it had all the deities that are connected to those signs. And I did start having a lot of spiritual experiences when I put that poster on my wall. You know, I started having visions, dreams, experiencing spiritual experiences in my home that told me that the Naturu, or the Kemetic divinities, were present with me.
What are some weird, and when I say weird, I mean, and this is for the audience, of course. When I say weird, change of have the ability to alternate destiny. What are some weird occurrences that have come across you when you work with this energy of the Temple of Dendra?
Well, I met people that I hadn't seen in a long time, and all of a sudden they're just popping up and I'm meeting them, and it's like I had thought about them before I met them. There were times I even saw stuff floating in my room.
Like what?
A statue I had.
Floating.
Yes, it was like levitating off the table.
Statues floating in this nigga shit.
Yes.
In this Naga's shit.
Yes.
When I say nigga, I mean the Naga serpent beings.
Yes, it was some serious shit for real. Yes.
Some real Naga shit.
Yes. Yes.
With balance, of course.
Absolutely.
Because of certain people, so a little bit off the subject, well, not even off the subject of the Temple of Dendra,
Yeah.
because Vodou, you know, when certain people practice Vodou, they don't even properly go through Papa Legba first.
No.
And some people don't do the shit right. Like there was this one instance where I talked to this one guy, he had this white chick doing some voodoo and shit. And she just, you know, he told me she just lit a candle and had a lamp lit in the room. And he said that shit started exploding, floating off the shit, flying off the table, all the bullshit started happening. I never had any of this shit happen to me. I had smooth shit with voodoo happening with me, you feel me? I ain't never had no bullshit. I say, did she have any cigars on the table? He said no. Rum? No. Cakes, sweets on the table? No. Damn, none of that shit? That wasn't voodoo, that was boo-boo.
Yes.
You practicing voodoo on that bullshit. On that fuck ass shit, man. You ain't got no cigars, you ain't got no liquor. What the fuck Papa Lego can't get that shit. What the man, nigga, what the fuck is this shit, man? I don't know this is bullshit. Then the bitch probably did that shit at night.
Oh, and that's the worst thing.
Please don't ever try to conjure Papa Lego at night.
No, it'll never work. Because then you get Metcalfu.
Then you get mad Kafu.
Yes.
See, that's the wild that I really rock with. Met Kafu.
Yeah, you always have to invoke Legba during the daytime. Otherwise, you'll be in some deep shit.
Before sunrise.
Night.
Before preferably before 12 o'clock.
Yes.
Preferably before 12 p.m., but you can do it after 12, but it's just more preferable before 12.
Yes.
So that he can get to working throughout the day.
Absolutely, yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Because you know he got his time. He has a lot of time, and so does the other Vodou chief. Mekafo has his allotted time.
Yes. Like with Metcalfu, you
don't want to practice voodoo. You want to practice voodoo.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You want to do the shit the right way.
Yes, because you get some bad consequences if you do it wrong. That's for sure.
Papa Legba's more understanding. Matt Kafo ain't, especially if he's not like walking with you.
Yeah.
Strong, you know.
That is true.
Hey.
And then on top of that, she was a white girl, so she probably had no business doing that anyway.
And her ancestry probably had nothing to do with the Haitian Revolution.
Nothing. Yeah.
Ugh.
You can't mess with the Lao if you don't have an African lineage. I'll just say it like that. I'll be blunt.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have more terms for the more so uneducated mind.
Yeah.
A black lineage.
There you go. Yeah.
Highly melanated with the kinky hair.
Yes.
But just because you don't have kinky hair don't mean that you don't have a connection to that continent, because at once we're all Pangea, we're all connected.
Yes.
A lot of people, like to separate themselves from Africa, but Africa is not a country.
Right.
We have to keep in mind Africa is a landmass.
Yes.
It is a continent, but it is a landmass.
Yes. Yes.
You can almost say Pangeans. We're Pangeans.
In a lot of ways, we are.
We are.
Yeah.
Hell. There's only a certain amount of select sets of genetics, and even I'll even say the Mongoloid, or I don't want to say Mongoloid, but the natives and the Hispanic or the Latin Americans rather.
Yeah.
They're a mixed race, so they are Africanoid.
Yes, they are.
They're not their own thing. They're their own culture.
Yes.
But they're not their own set of genetics. They're a mixed set of genetics.
They carry a lot of the same genes. Whether they want to acknowledge it or not.
Whether they know it or not.
They're Africanoid. Yes,
right.
They are. Yeah. Some of them will admit to it. Some of them won't. Yeah.
A Native American admitted to me at a powwow that Native Americans are actually just mixed black people.
Yeah.
Which I found enlightening at that point. I didn't know that shit until I was 19 years old. I am part Native American. I'm a Tunica Biloxi Native American. Tunica Biloxi, tribe of Louisiana, Native American. We're a Creolized tribe, which is a fancy word for nigga. French European, West African, and Native American.
Yes.
Perhaps it doesn't have to be West African.
Yes.
But black nonetheless.
That's true.
Right. So, Het Heru, goddess of fertility and whatnot, could you expound a little bit on Het Heru and the relationship between Het Heru and the goddess of fertility a bit?
Well, I know that
perhaps both of them individually.
Yes. Hathor, or Het Heru, as she's originally known. She was primarily the goddess of love. Love and fertility, of course, was connected. She was also the god of motherhood.
So Het Heru is a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And...
because I get that confused with Huru.
Yeah. But no. Het Heru is female.
Okay.
But she is often connected to Heru. She's supposed to be like a female counterpart to him. And in the Voodoo pantheon, if you was to compare her, she corresponds definitely to a Zulifreda Dahomey.
Yeah, I can see in your eyes right now. You are very getting connected. You're in tune right now, because I can see the serpentine in your eyes.
Yes.
I can see it. It's more so prevalent right now. And then I'm kind of close up on you and shit.
Yes.
I can see it.
Yes.
And I'm a knowledgeable man, but this man has read many books, and I'm a man that has been studying occultism for about 8 to 10 years strongly, and this man is he's of high level knowledge. We all have our purposes, we all have our strengths and our weaknesses, but I'm just saying this is the real deal. I'm the real deal. He's read a lot of shit. How many books do you think you've read? In your motherfucking life. Watch this shit. How many books you read?
I don't know, but to make an educated guess, I'd probably say about 200 or so.
This nigga say 200 motherfucking books. Who the fuck you just finna come across and read 200 motherfucking books in a motherfucking life? I ain't never came across nobody that read that many damn books.
Yes. Yes.
Mostly of an occultic nature, I'm sure.
Quite a bit of it, yes.
That
a
shit.
lot of it. I'd say about half of it.
100 books.
Yes.
What's the other 100?
History.
History.
Yeah.
Real
Mostly history.
Mm.
And it's like whenever I read the occultic books or the spiritual books, I always have experiences after them. That's just,
Oh yeah.
it's just a natural progression of what happens when you learn these things.
Hmm.
Because when first you learn it, then you practice it.
Right.
You have to practice it.
I know the other day when we were speaking, when we were in my apartment,
Uh-huh.
we had a sensation of like some real extreme heat coming from within us,
Yes.
and we are, especially myself being of the Patois, which you are Patois as well.
Yes.
I'm more so of the infernal place,
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
and you are more so of the Gede,
Yes.
which is the Gede is the realm of. I'm going to expound on the Gede. I don't want you to expound on the infernal realm, if you don't mind.
Well, that's fine.
The Gede is the Vodou aspect of where our ancestors go to where they have to go in the Everlife system. You know, you got to go through there to go to wherever celestial place you want to go whenever you transition from this realm of life, from this realm of existence.
Yes.
That's where most of our ancestors are. My grandmother is there, my other grandmother, my dad is a bit so more so in the infernal realm.
Mm-hmm.
My father is an Aries. So if you could speak a little bit more of your knowledge on the infernal realm, I'd like you to kind of expound upon that. What are some of the purposes of that, to your knowledge?
Well, to my knowledge, the infernal realm deals a lot with fire energy, or as they would say in Vodou, the petrol energy.
Petrol.
The petrol, yes. So that's like a warrior energy. You know, some people will try to demonize it and all this stuff, but it's really supposed to be for your protection.
And even some really conscious wizards I've come across also thought that was a bit of a demonic energy.
Yes.
Which it is, but that's not to demonize it, even though it's demonic.
Right, it's not a bad thing.
We all have aspects of daemons within us.
Yes.
We all have angels, we all have daemons. We all have aspects of different consciousness and existences across the galaxies, the cosmos.
Yes.
So it's more so dealing with warrior energy, a fiery energy.
Electric Blue Island train number 243 to Blue Island is arriving in approximately 7 minutes.
A revolutionary energy.
Indeed.
Electric
That is
Blue
true.
Island train number 243 to Blue Island is arriving in approximately 7 minutes.
When I channel Met Kafo, you can feel his presence coming specifically at night. I can feel him now.
Yes.
Coming through me.
He's definitely here.
Definitely here.
Yes.
And he's trying to be a bit subtle. But I get a little bit fiery when that shit comes.
Yeah.
When that nigga comes through.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm getting this, I can take this off now. I wore this as head protection. Let y'all see my beautiful head crown. You know. Yeah, now we both in this bitch now. Now we don't give a fuck. And just to let y'all know, the Carrefour, Met Carrefour, which stands for the gatekeeper.
That's true. The master of the crossroads. Yes.
Yes, he carries a lot of protection with him. He plays no games. No games. None. And even his consort, his what is that? His escort, Belmont Criminel, he really plays no games.
Oh yeah, he's no joke at all.
He's not necessarily more powerful, but he doesn't play any games. He's not even that much of a trickster.
Right. He's just a total badass.
And in the media, he's portrayed as the Punisher.
Yes.
The Punisher. That is a good representation of Belmont Criminel.
Yes.
He comes to you. You don't go to him.
That is true.
Even if you aren't initiated into Vodo, he's a Loa.
That is true.
But he comes to you.
Yes.
When you are in need. As a matter of fact, I was trying to protect myself and attack my enemies with him. But my enemies they were doing some fucked up satanic shit. And some other family members of mine passed away because they misdirected that energy. You know? Because I was boasting about it on Facebook. I was really pissed off, but I got it off of me, but that blood is on their hands.
Yes.
Fuck them. Rest in power to my ancestors.
I say, I go vote. Yes.
I ain't want to be played with. I'm gonna let motherfuckers know that now. Neither is he, but I'm speaking for myself.
Yes.
I ain't finna play. Anybody that was trying to throw some shit, well, you in the crossfire, baby. But if you a friend, we all good though.
Yes.
But shit, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next subject. We better. Celestials. So, let's talk about some celestial beings, other known as aliens, but I'll say celestials. Because an alien is a motherfucker. It sounds like when you say alien, that gives the connotation of you don't really belong here.
Right.
Celestial is more so of as a cosmic visitor.
Multi-dimensional visitor, yes.
More profoundly multi-dimensional visitor. We're celestial. I'm a celestial.
Absolutely, same as I.
Same as he. He's a celestial. What makes us celestial is that we're conscious of our celestial origins and backgrounds.
Yes.
I'm more so of an Arturian. Now I'm Black and Native American, so I do have that connection to Sirius B. But my true place of origin is pretty much the Arcturian, the Satis Boots constellation system. Yes. So getting in touch with these energies, getting in touch with true celestials comes through ritual.
Yes.
So how do we get in touch with these celestials? How do we really conjure them? Which means to expose and to make something apparent, make something seen. That's what conjure means.
Yeah.
How do we conjure these beings? Go through meditation.
Yes.
Really just speaking to them and asking them to show themselves, asking them to protect you, asking them to come to you to give you aid, guidance, and depending on which celestial system you're reaching out to.
Electric Blue Island train number 243 to Blue Island is arriving in approximately 3 minutes.
Which celestial totem or...
Electric Blue Island train number 243 to Blue Island is arriving in approximately